this is me, this is what I do. Even when you talked about the tough life in Venezuela, you were like, oh, that's how it is. Like, what do you want me to do? That's how I'm seeing from you.
Oh man, literally, thanks. That's so nice, bro.
Yeah,
no, well, like the turning point, let's say, because okay, for me, it was hard the idea to do it in Venezuela.
Yeah.
Like some people, I don't know, some people is lucky enough and resilient enough to do it and be successful there. Like big respect for those guys, especially the rappers, bro. The hip hop scene took a while to really be accepted and respected, and before we're just a bunch of criminals according to people, and drug addicts, smoke weed, this, that. But like to me, it was like when I came to Ireland, I came I came basically leaving the situation there because it was in a period of years that you started to see people eating from the rubbish. I did queues for food, like for a kilo of rice, a kilo of flour.
Wait,
like
so you waited like
6-7 hours in a queue for a 1 kilo of rice.
Here?
No, in Venezuela.
Venezuela. Oh.
So I'm just giving you context.
But sorry, I got messed up. I got confused. Sorry, I got confused. It's like, but wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like we were in that period of time, this was happening a lot. So, I just borrow money of some relatives, like a little bit of money, gather like, I don't know, $2,000, $3,000.
7 hours for just a kilo of rice.
And sometimes you wouldn't even get it because it's finished. So it's, like by that time was tough, man. Still tough, but that time was particularly tough. So, I was just tired of that. And in my mind was like, fuck, I cannot do so many things if I had to think to eat.
Yeah.
Like there is sometimes no water service, no electricity. So, like you wouldn't shower in 2-3 days sometimes. You wouldn't, you get me? Like it was really, really hard, man. So, and for me that I was not even like poor, I was like medium class.
And that's just medium class.
Medium, So imagine like medium class doing queue for food. Like imagine what is below, bro. Those people were, oh man, they were the ones eating from the rubbish, like losing everything every time. Like, anyways, just that was the context. So my turning point in music, man, is that when I was in the plane here, that I said, fuck, I finally made it, bro. I left. I'm going to a place that I will have like a, let's say, normal life. I can eat 3 times a day. I can shower every day. I can, like. So I was thinking like, fuck, what's my excuse now? What I always wanted, because I was really meditating, looking in the window, and I was like, in the plane, like all this dramatic, movie-like scene for me.
As you were descending, you were landing in Dublin. You were
basically, man, yeah. So I was like, what am I gonna do now? Like I was just thinking that, what am I gonna do now? What I wanna do? Say, fuck music. It always been music for me. It's just that I was because at the end of the day, right? If you wanna do something, there is no excuse, bro. You're hungry or not. But for me,
same with me, man. Like, I can actually relate to you, man. Hungry or not, poor, rich. My mind is in something.
Exactly.
I feel you on that one.
So, for me, I was putting that excuse, like, oh, but I cannot have a normal life. How am I going to do music? And it's also hard, the music industry there. Like, it's very harsh on the artists. Like,
what were the biggest kind of, you said Salsa and Africa, what were the biggest kind of music, like, in Venezuela?
In Venezuela, well, no, just to finish the last question, because I didn't make the point. I decided in the plane, like, you know what? I'll do fucking music. I'll take it serious from now. And ever since I'm here, the 8 years, that's what I've been trying to do as much as I can, and
but look at you, man. You're doing collaborations, you're doing your thing, you're freestyling, you're doing your music, you're playing, you're going out doing gigs, you're doing your thing, man.
But I actually learned to rap here, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I arrived and there was a group of, just hold on that question because just to finish that, because this is a very, very nice moment, like, because I arrived and I actually happened to arrive in a house that everyone there wanted to do music as well. So these guys were good freestylers, good rappers. And I remember once I was trying to freestyle, they were kind of like, nice, but like, oh shit, he's so bad, what I mean? But then I wrote one song, bro, and in one of those gatherings, I just said, guys, I have a song. And they were like skeptical, they were my friends, not like bad feelings, but they were like, show us, bro, shit, like, and then like they were all like, yo man, fuck. So then I started to grow from there, like, and hip hop was kind of something that opened the door for me to write songs, because before I used to play guitar and stuff, but I never wrote a song. So that's what hip hop did, and that's basically how I decided answering that question. So
forget about the question, but like when you get to Ireland, like I was gonna say, like the rap thing. you started off in English.
Hmm.
What kind of damn.
You rap in English, like how did you shift to Spanish or something like that?
Yeah.
See, bro, I read your mind, bro. I know you, bro.
I was thinking.
I read your mind, bro.
I speak a lot, bro. So if I get caught in an idea,
You're gonna.
Sorry about that, man. No, well, look, I never actually rap in English because these guys were all from Venezuela or Spanish speakers, the ones in the house. So I just did in Spanish, and that's I've been doing it like that ever since. Like right now is that I'm trying to implement English a bit more, try to learn. Like I'm very bad in English, man. I have to say.
No,
like,
you're good at English.
Yeah.
You speak.
I know, well, but rapping. You know, it's like rap is a different skill. Like, you know, I wouldn't be able to rap
That's like
properly.
That's like me giving you an item. I'll be like, okay, rhyme me with this in English. You're gonna sit there the whole day, but like, what the fuck,
bro? Man, sweat.
Like,
you
if
know,
I
like,
give you an orange, it's gonna piss you off. Say it, orange door hinge. What the fuck? What am I supposed to say?
Yeah, exactly.
Could you sing in English though? Could you sing?
Yeah. I could. Like, I mean, I studied English before, and it's not like you know, the language. I'm quite confident. I love English. You know.
Explain to us what the Irish Latin exchange. What does it do?
So well, we call it ILX. I know it's with E, but just with the it's cooler with the X. You know. Alex. So well, basically, man, it's just because what Romeo always explain is that, you know, here we have, and well, you guys can relate, you have long time here as well, your families or you came from somewhere else, like it's basically that, you know, open spaces for free expression of art and you know, sharing cultures and languages. Like it's the main thing of our group is the multilingual thing. So we have like featurings which we did, like, I don't know, a verse in Spanish, another in Portuguese, another in English, you know, or in Russian, or there is one guy that join us sometimes that he's from Jordan as well.
Oh, Jordan,
yeah,
Jordanian.
Jordanian, yeah. So he, you know, well, he's actually a beatboxer, but he, you know, he do his verses in Arabic. So the main thing of that is to create that space where you don't have to feel, well, this is Romeo speaking through me. Big brother. he's always say like, hey, you don't have to feel the obligation to sing in English if you don't feel like, if it's not your language, or if you don't do your music in English. Because one thing is to want it to do it if I want to do it because I want. Another thing is to do it because I'm like, oh, but you know, I don't know, maybe people don't get it. I mean, of course, language barrier is something, I understand that insecurity, but that's the whole point. It's like, show that everything can be mixed there, you know, like you don't really need to feel out of your thing,
you don't want to feel left out or feel uncomfortable.
Exactly.
If you do it in your language, that's it, you did it.
Exactly. And that's the beautiful thing as well, you know. We like we've been doing some things in a social level. Let's say City West Hotel, you know, there's a lot of refugees there. We've been a couple of times there for the IOM center from the UN, the United Nations. Like we did little presentations there, but you know, like to kind of show the project and give it some different time to the refugees there as well.
You actually performed at the City West Hotel.
Yeah, for the refugees, for the guys there. You know, the IOM, the group, the immigration, Irish. Oh, what's the meaning? Well, IOM, it's basically a refugee organization from the United Nations here in Ireland. So, well, and different countries as well. So yeah, we've been there twice, and we always try to get involved in different groups. Last week or 2 weeks, last week, we were in a meeting of the LASC, which is a Latin American collective that, you know, they do events. They same idea, but focus on Latin Americans. So we joined them there. We showed them a bit of the project, gave them some freestyle, some music, talk about the ideas that we have, the plans that Romeo's his actual name, Romeo is the rapper name, but have. And well, the main thing is to, you know, use it as a education kind of channel, you know, for people, like show that we have more in common than we don't, you know what I mean? And through hip hop, which is let's say the tool that we use.
I actually felt like I believe on the rock because I seen the influx of like Latin Americans, Brazilians, and all people from South America but I didn't know it was actually like an underground kind of until he actually texted me. I never knew there was a Latin underground music scene. I always knew I knew about the drill and the kind of the pop Irish thing, but I never knew because of the Latin. But I read your profile and looked into the music collector, and I see there's a big influx in that as well. So